I could probably do Jameson.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Okay, that's plenty. Cheers. Oh, the second one got me. How bad was my eye twitching? Woo. Thanks. All right, well now, let's start over.
Make a wish for ones with a secret.
Hey guys, Kelsey here with Sanctuaire Interiors, and if you've been following us for a while, you have seen us working with Kyle from Scroll Development on this project, Sunny Hyde Up. It's been a little over a year in the making, and we are so excited that it is finally wrapping up, and we want to show you around.
We wanted to welcome you inside for the very first time and get to see the work that we've been putting in.
Let's check it out. So we used the same cinder blocks that we created with the outdoor patio, and that helped kind of bring the outside in. So you'll see that right when you walk in, and then you guys did a beautiful job flanking it with the white oak. How much of a pain in the butt were these booths that I had you build for us?
A little bit of fun for sure. We started with pull-ups on them, and now we're looking at them. Really the white oak, encasing them, the Roman clay, coming up with different ways to tie it together, but making the details work. Just the colors, everything eventually popped, but at the beginning we weren't so sure when we saw that.
I want to talk about this wall a little bit too, because you and your family recreated the original mirror from the old bar.
Yeah, so the original bar had what you see here with antique mirrors. And antique mirrors are a little bit of a fun little touch that we got to do. So Kelsey brought us a picture and can we do this? And I was like, sure. So not only can we do it, but we've got some kids that would love to help. So take these mirrors, you got to scrape them apart and put back together what you see, and it adds a nice touch to bring back some of the history of this place that we're getting to enjoy.
One of my favorite details that we spec'd out was this fluted marble tile in this beautiful green color. I just love the texture that it brought back here, and we carried it up to that little bit of a backsplash height. So it's one of my favorite elements in here.
Just all the color palette here is really nice. It was fun. For some of it, we made a white oak arch, and we got to make 6 of them on this project, so that was a lot of fun.
The restaurant is Sunny Hyde Up, and so we brought in little bits of yellow and this burnt burgundy color that you guys will see throughout the design. So it really started with the bar here, and so that's where we pulled that dark brown sugar tile in, and then just a little pops of yellow, and this little stripe pattern across is just my favorite. Okay, so this space behind us went through, 97 different iterations of, down to probably this last month, we were finally putting some final touches on it, and I actually love how it came out. Originally, it was going to be a built-in corner booth for a big family-style seating. Now it's a cute little lounge spot, so if you come in and are waiting, you can hang out, have a little cocktail. This fabric really was an initial part of our design too, with that burnt sugar kind of color, and so we love that. You'll see it in multiple pieces throughout the restaurant.
And matching the bar tile and kind of echoing some of the different things. We also, we had originally was a wall intended here to fill in the side of the booth, and then we pulled the slat wall over, which you'll see in other parts of the restaurant, as well as on the other side of the event venue, where we did some similar ideas with the slat wall there. So trying to pull in some of the different features that we had done in other places and kind of complementing well.
In here, initially when we met the clients, we knew we wanted a Palm Springs-esque style with color, and that's about as much direction as I had to start. So we really had to try and find what this entire thing was going to be, and this bathroom is kind of where it all started, with the arches, the tile work, and the moody Roman clay. This was kind of our setting ground to come back through the rest of the restaurant.
And you'll see those same tones kind of echoed with the oak tone on the partitions, the arches that echo the arches in both the bar and the tables outside, and then some fun details that Kelsey threw us with bringing tile in and around and inside. Had a little fun trying to put the pieces together and take old bones and bring them back to life and make that work.
Yeah. So from here, we did the men's restroom. Let's take a peek.
This was the sort of opposite end of the color palette that kind of balances with the greens and the other tones that we went with outside. So Kelsey picked some greens in here. You'll see we've got similar kind of blacks on the sinks and the bronzy accents and on the doors and everything, but the tile and the Roman clay kind of plays off of what we had on the exterior of the restaurant.
So here, working again with budget, we came up with the concept to do these kind of 3 arches that mimic the arches at the bar, the arches at the booths, and then this is where you see our color palette once again with that rusty color and then the really pretty green Roman clay mixed together.
I think when I saw this is when I really knew that Kelsey loved arches, and we added one more walking into the bathroom at that point. So it was the Roman arch made its presence here, but I think this is cool. I like the 2-tone color palette. When we first started talking about it, I was like, is that a typo? Or no, it brought the colors out well, balancing with kind of what we have on the other side.
When we were designing this place, no matter if it's a home or it was even more so important with a restaurant, is to think about Instagram shots. As real as it is, everybody's on their stories and looking around spaces and sharing their experiences. And so for me, when designing, it was really about finding all of these little clips that, can be in a background, and every spot is something exciting and different to look at.
Yeah, and first time we sat down with Sam, that's something that he mentioned, and that was something I think we did a good job at capturing. You can see, take a picture this way, take a picture this way. We're standing in any of these locations, and you'd be able to see something that you'd probably recognize as this location. Yeah. And that was a goal, and I think it was done tastefully.
Yeah, so as you kind of peek behind me now, you'll see that wall, and it kind of transitions over to the bar and then back around to the concrete wall, and just every little detail matters.